Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warrior LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warrior LTV. Keep it locked.
I'm gonna tell you. We, as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this shit.
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026? All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator. Benny.
okay.
Somebody else have a question? Please speak up.
I have a feeling that Mark Golden has the key to release him out of bondage. I get a feeling. I have a feeling. I say I have a feeling. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. I say I have a feeling. I was buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. I'm alive, there must be a reason. I was free up.
Yes, brothers and sisters. Greetings once again in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I I. And all things good and wonderful amongst us and about us. Welcome viewers and subscribers. See? Viewers, if you like the content, you don't know. Share it. You know, see? So we observe a thing going on the other day. Mash up social media in Jamaica. We talk about Mark Golden and Big Stone thing. We go on in them campaign thing the other day. Now, before we go any further, we're gonna say Big Stone, I'm my brethren still. See? A youth where I admire him works and things like that. See? And believe me when I say, you don't know, this does not diminish Big Stone's potential or credits in an I book still. So what I say? The point argument where I'm want to make it a Big Stone, I say, well, you could have probably, when him say that one, he say, oh, you could have called her and talk to her, but here want me and with them thing here. I man can't call you and talk to you and tell you say you have to take back that because CVM and TVG and all of them done running with that already and the whole thing. And the next thing about that is, it's not like say we did have a consultation before you get involved in that. You know, see it wholeheartedly, you must have believed that what he was doing was relevant and necessary at the time. So it wouldn't have any much of an impact, you know. I would like my disapproval or anything like that. So, I could get nine. You don't know, from a while back, I man start this thing, even before Mark Golden get the chalice. I man look on it, the PNP chalice. I man look on it and say the wrong one that. So Lisa and I get it. You see, because from my observation at the time, I could have seen that Lisa Anna was more passionate about politics It's not necessarily mean say she go be anything different from the party where in power. That doesn't mean that she was gonna be just like them. What I'm saying is that she showed more passion, she had the capacity, the capability, and the publicity. And be a illity. Go on, that's how I go. You know, see it for monitor the thing, you know, and bring it to the fruition where it need. You know, see it. However, them give Mark Golden and thing like that, for, you know, for obvious reasons. You know, see, the obvious reason is like what Big Stone illustrate, you know, the thing. It's like, so well then, we need this type of money to come alleviate the struggle and the stress. You know, see, I'm not saying it's such a wrong idea or thought. Them bring it on, so I them free, you know, them construct it, I them for deconstruct it, I destruct it. You know, see, so it might be, you know, a way where we have to look upon it so well then, you know, them people have to recognize, white people have to recognize and have some compassion upon our struggle in order to help it, propel it along further, gain the traction where it need, because we're stuck at one place, Black Road and Bundong building and things like that, and that's how we're stuck as a people. However, I'm not blaming you know, that level only on my people. Like me, I show you, it's all a construct. You know, see it, and everybody involved. You know, see it, so everybody need. It will be an easier, less hostile if everybody come on board. You know, see it, or else it's not gonna happen without a level of hostility, a high level of hostility where everybody's gonna have to compromise again and say, well then, you know, this is, let's share the pie. You know, see, but yeah, I've always observed Mark Golden as a clumsy guy. You know, see, clumsy. Even when him dance, him look clumsy. You know, him not look like him have the moves. You know, see, we not business with a guy clumsiness, because we don't really admire a man like that. But when it come on to, you know, character and things like that, we admire that. You know, see it, and we don't really like the characteristics, you know. Mark Golden lack vision as far as I am concerned. Me always say that from day one. Him lack passion. You know, see it. And when you get yourself aligned with a skit like that, where we're going, it shows you how detached these people is, how unrelatable these people is to really what go on the ground. As much as them they live it with us, there is this high level, not live it with us, but witness it because them live amongst us. See, there is this high level of condescendence. There is this high level of denial regarding how I and I feel, how I and I support this whole thing is supposed to make I and I feel, this world relation and thing like that, racism, discrimination, sidelining and thing like that, you know, how it's supposed to make I and I feel as a people. You know, see, hence why a man could have feel like so well then, this would be like an ideal thing to propel him ambitions further and things like that. You know, see, it was very lame as far as I am concerned. It was very lame and visionless. It was like peached, you know, there was nothing to it, no class to it, no substance to it whatsoever. You know, see, no disrespect again to my brother Big Stone. I mean, I show you, you know, probably a man get all, you know, me not say, well, then a man sell out, you know. But just say if a man at work and him get him pay and him take him pay and do him job and gone home is an honest bread same way. You know, see it? So I'm now putting a level of, you know, responsibility too tough regarding the production. You know, see it? From Big Stone, when I put no responsibility on big stone. This is a high-level political party, an internationally recognized political party we are talking about, who designed them, campaign strategy and things like that. It's not like, so well then, a crowd just gather and things just happen randomly and them start a thing that we are certain all of these things were known to the political leader beforehand. See it, and I mean with all of the consultations and things like that, but see the insensitivity in a way gone up, they gone do. Like, I mean, I don't know, but yeah, we know you again. One thing it just shows, to me, it just shows, white people does realize and recognize the necessity for I elevation, seen, but still will not recontribute, because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for us and our labor and thing like that, them wouldn't they in the position where them there, regardless of how it happened and whatever. Still them in the position where them there, And you come to the recognition, so well then this was wrong and all of that was wrong, but there is no repairment of the damage that was done psychologically and morally. See, they still got I living in a subhuman mind frame. Seeing? While you look on it and say, well, it's a man, it's just a man, every man is a man to himself, and he's supposed to elevate and develop himself to the level where he can, manifest certain things. But again, slavery to black people wasn't a physical destruction or tactic. You see, it was more of a mental strategy than the physical aspect of it, as much as it benefit. That's why when I look on the depth side, I look on it so well, it's like slavery it's not necessarily means that black people was brought here to do the work that we were doing. See, because right now a Mexican I do it, and the same Hispanic people them I do it, where they exist in the region long before I come there. And history let you know that these people were easier to control and manipulate than I. Why go through all of the stress and struggle for bring we come this or come do all of that. See, it's more than that. It was a psychological ploy to destroy civilization, a proud people's way how them observe themselves. See, hence all of them, this boy, I can't even know how to see it, because at the end of the day, if you look upon another human being and treat them like so well, then them is less than the pet animal, a pet rat, because people have hamster and rat and them think they are pet. See, yes, even till today, we are regarded as less than these pets in a certain people's house. See, yeah, and it's okay and acceptable, right? If a dog get lost on the street, people stop them car, block the road, catch the dog, protect him, put him up safely and call the shelter, and the shelter come pick him up and can go house him until the owner, them have usually most dogs have a chip in them where them can scan the chip and see who the dog name, where the dog come from and everything. Call the owner and tell the owner we have your dog, you just come pay the rent for what we keep him for, and you take your dog and you're going home with your dog, you're good. See? But as a black man, as a foreigner, as an immigrant, there is nowhere close to that level of compassion towards I. And yet still this is acceptable and this is okay. See, because it's policies, as a matter of fact, because it's against the Human Rights Charter, the Human Rights Convention. There is no way them can bring these things, legislate these things into law. See, so what them do, them delegate these powers out to the executive arms of the government, meaning like the ministries, different ministries who run the institutions. Now these people employ the type of people where they need to maintain the status quo, the agenda, and these people do it vigorously. unreservedly. May I tell you, it's like them get training, like a soldier get perform a certain task where when him in a uniform, him just tunnel vision. Yeah, it's just so it appears to I and I. See it, and it is what it is the truth. See it. So point what I try and make is, to me it's like everybody know we really are going and just appear dumb and dark and deaf, blind eye. Like, so well then, we are so stupid and it's like, let's ride this boat here till it sink and not exist no more. See, regardless of what sort of contribution these people or this community can provide for better develop. All of us as a organism on this planet here. See, regardless of that, let's just beat this wife here. Let's just abuse this child here until it just wither away and die and no more in our existence. See, me don't lose half of your big stone. You're my brethren still. See, me and all the reasoning after this, because I'll call you and tell you about that video before me upload it. But you can't stop it, just so it goes. See. But it just goes to show the minute, the infantile imagination of the opposition leader. See, no disrespect. PNP is the party where I admire the most in Jamaica, based on history, and nobody can change that because it's not like so well then affiliate anything much happen for so well then override the past where we know of. See in a recent time, the Prime Minister allow for student can go study up to level 4 in a whatever skills them have over there I teach. The thing is, I see most Jamaican, I see them rush towards that. I see them I try to do this, and the fact is all of them want to fly out of foreign. No, this is one of the easiest way. I mean, it's like an added advantage in your visa application. Having a skill with a certified skill whereby you can perform in them economy, where you can apply these skills when you reach there and help yourself, if it depends on the state and things like that. See, no people not take the opportunity to reserve that skill, so that when them eventually go abroad, which is their main ambition, them can survive independently without the need to create the first enemy when you reach there. Who's gonna be the person who sent for you in the first place? Usually them become your first enemy, because the fantasy where you hear about and dream about is nowhere close to the reality where you go and go after them, you go find. You see that the reality is what it is, even though them help create the fantasy for you to think so well, then it's all a hunky-dunky bed of rose where you can get free credit and lie down in a bed and make all the phone call them at Jamaica you want until you're tired, till you want to go sleep again. And that's how it works. See, that them thing that demoralize even the people that were sent for you, because they have to maintain this enthusiasm for go up and work and come back and pay the bills and and if God do that all the while and come back, even 2 days come see a man just lie down on your settee or your bed or whatever and just not do nothing. It's upsetting, see. So ignoring all of the opportunities we can provide, see, we can help you develop yourself. Like I say, bro God do that the other day, and I see a whole heap of people jump towards it. See? Now this show charisma. This show a bit of relatability, even though it's just water in the ocean. See? It no make no difference of such. I mean, it happen, but still it come like say there is this. It's not seriously being pushed, because at the end of the day it costs money. It all costs money out of for them education ministry where them can't get for do no more with a boy the name where him in a coach and I never remember where him name where they route all of the money from must education ministry and them sort of something there. You know see, it'll affect that. So the less people show interest in it, the better it is for them pocket at the end of the year anyway, the fiscal year. You know see, so nobody now enforce this or advertise this, create a demand with this. Like one point we did see some brethren where did get once you get arrested and you know show no sign of work or no job, no employment or thing like that, you did automatically get forced to go learn one of them trade there with a recognized facility and thing like that, monitored by the government. You know see, you know see them thing that happen no more. You know see, so it just goes to show what going on the other day with Big Soon. It's just evidence of the lacking vision and the unrelatability amongst I and I as a people. You know see, yes and you don't know, like I say, it look lame. It look like, bro God, it's still possible to say him have some reserve charisma. You know, the background there wait for the election get closer because with things like this, I did a day I see the man talks say him run government with a tapanaris crew. Me I wonder what this brother you know Rasta, how this day and age you cannot feel like the tapanaris is anything where endorsed or embraced by the freaking populace, the electorate in Jamaica. You know see, tapanaris are something where when you're being shunned by your peers, them tell you say you act like you're a tapanaris and them sort of something there. You see? Anyway, open and get the drift for me I go with this. You know see, more life, more blessing and understanding, enough love and respect. Rastafari.